Alright, so this is GTA 5 Enhanced for the PC. This is a free update that just came out a few days ago. And basically updates this game with ray tracing. So we got ray traced reflections, ray traced shadows, ray traced global illumination. This basically adds all the updates that this game got for the PS5 and the Xbox Series a few years ago, I guess. But possibly even more. From what I understand, this has some features that even the PS5 and Xbox Series X version don't have. So this may be the definitive version of GTA 5 after all of these years with this recent update. So this is very cool. And as you can see, the reflections are very, very well done. The ray traced reflections are some of the best I've ever seen, running on a Radeon GPU. So yeah, Radeon GPUs, not exactly well known for their ray tracing performance. Some people still think they can't do it, which is funny. They've been doing it for 3 generations now. This is an RDNA 2 card, and yeah, so this was the first generation of Radeon cards to support ray tracing. Nonetheless, this is very impressive. This is running at 1440p with FSR 3 set to quality. And we've got everything basically maxed out. So everything is set to either very high or ultra. Except for the ray tracing features. The ray tracing features are all set to high. Nonetheless, as you can see with the metrics in the top left there, we're pretty much running at approximately 90 frames per second on average. It is a little bit lower while I'm recording with OBS. So I think I was really more in the sort of 95 frames per second on average. But yeah, recording with OBS definitely lowers it a little bit, but we're still well above 60 frames per second at all times, and so that is pretty great. I would say if we weren't recording, we could probably turn some of the ray tracing functions up to very high and still get in the 80 frames per second on average. I did initially try playing this without FSR on at all, so native 1440p. And there we are running about 60 frames per second average, but sometimes dropping to about 55. So we really want this FSR 3 on to kind of keep us above 60 at all times. But yeah, this is very impressive, like I said. In some ways, yeah, it's still an old game. But in other ways, this looks incredible. And it plays well, it's running well. Still a really fun game. This is a game that, honestly, I haven't played a lot. I initially bought this on the PS3. Wasn't super impressed with how it, ran, so I ended up buying it on the PC. And, even then, many, many, many years ago. And never just ended up playing it as much as I ever thought I was going to. I think I'm going to play it more now than I ever have. So that's kind of cool in a way. Like I said, this kind of the definitive way to play the game now after all these years. If you've never bought GTA 5 on PC, maybe now's the time. We'll hop in this, I'm guessing, Chevy Impala or Caprice Classic. One thing I love about these games, they didn't bother getting any licenses for real cars, but they certainly didn't shy away from, making a lot of the cars very recognizable. Pontiac GTOs, Chevy 57 Chevy Bel Airs. I've seen cars that are clearly Gremlins. As I was just saying, Honda CRXs, 80s Camaros, modern day Mustangs and Chargers. All the cars are very, very recognizable without, actually having to get the licensing for any of them. So they got them as close as they could. And again, look at the reflections. Super impressive. super impressive. Again, this is the best implementation of ray tracing that I've ever had the experience to enjoy. I would like to show you some of the reflections on cars, as far as getting reflections on reflections, reflections of other cars on my car, and those cars, my car on their car, and their car on my car. See what we can get here. It's pretty impressive. It really is, and a little hard to see sometimes when you're in a black car and trying to see a reflection on another black car. Yeah, the reflections of the cars, very impressive. And I mean, none of that would matter if the game sucks, but we all know, it's a fun game. Many people have enjoyed. And I think in 2025, I'm going to enjoy this game more than ever, which is great. It's kind of funny. You know, I was like, I need a new game to play. I want something fun. What's a new game to play? And here we are. I'm playing GTA 5. And like I said, I think I'm going to play this now more than ever. And yeah, and just enjoy it. And what a great time. Again, if you've never played this game before, if you've never owned this game on PC, well, with this new enhanced edition, great timing, right? Great timing. Now's as good of a time as any to check this game out. And yeah, super impressive. I'm super impressed with these ray traced reflections and stuff. Is very, very impressive, and very impressive to see on my Radeon card. And even with everything maxed out, 1440p. Other than, again, we got FSR 3 on quality, and everything's maxed out except the ray tracing. All those settings are on high. But nonetheless, it's actually pretty impressive and very, very cool. So, yeah, I guess that's it. See you guys later.